It's funny. A few weeks ago, the Los Angeles Rams were about to trade Cooper Kupp to the Kansas City Chiefs, and they were flirting with the idea of trading away Matthew Stafford as well. And all of a sudden, they've won 3 straight. They are now 4-4 at 500, and they right back are not just in the mix of making it into the playoffs, but winning the NFC West, which is wide open right now. The Cardinals currently are number one in this division. They're undefeated. They haven't been beaten yet. And the last time the Rams played the Cardinals, Arizona kicked their you-know-what. But now with this team being fully healthy, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua are back. You're getting a little bit more healthier on the offensive line. That has helped Matthew Stafford elevate his level of play. And when Matthew Stafford has a good group of wide receivers, he's a top 5 quarterback. There aren't too many quarterbacks that play as good as what Matthew Stafford does when he has a serviceable team around him. For the first few months of the season, Matthew Stafford had nothing but backups and practice squad guys to throw the football to and protect them. Now with the Rams, nearing full strength somewhat, this is a team that right now is getting hot at the right time of the season. I always say this. You want to play your best football in November, especially once you get close to Thanksgiving week, because around Thanksgiving is where you start to see teams separate themselves. Teams that might have started the season out slow, they end up turning it around and they end up playing their best football. They end up going on an 8-9 game win streak like we saw with the 49ers last year. And you're seeing the same thing happen this season with the LA Rams now that they're fully healthy. And for the Rams, moving forward, your division, you got a great chance of being able to win it because the 49ers are having a down season. The Cardinals, we don't really know what the Cardinals are because one week they can look great. Another week, their offense can struggle. Kyler Murray can be a little bit up and down as well. It's just hard to get a good read on Arizona. And the Seahawks, they look like they're probably going to finish with a 7-win, 8-win record at best because Geno Smith is a turnover machine in the red zone and their defense has severely underperformed with Mike Macdonald at the head coaching position. So this division is really down to 2 teams, the Cardinals and the LA Rams. And I don't know about you, but I'm taking the Rams to win it. Sean McVay has more than shown that he still is an elite head coach. Right now, he's the second best coach in the league right behind Andy Reid. Great offensive play caller, gets along with the players very well. And the LA Rams, their schedule, I don't really think it's all that difficult. Because, you had a few losses earlier this season, the teams that you probably would have beaten if you were at full strength, like the Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. But your next couple of games, you're playing against the Dolphins on Monday night, the Patriots, the Eagles, which is a winnable game because they don't got a good head coach, and the New Orleans Saints, who probably need to forfeit the season. So there's a chance that by the time you enter the month of December, you're 8-4, and you've just rattled off like 6-7 straight wins. The LA Rams, you can't overlook this team because they aren't the team now that they were to start the season. Even when they started the season off, even with them not being at full strength, they still were able to come back from behind and beat the 49ers. This is a well-coached football team, and with them getting more healthier over the next couple of weeks, not only could they make it to the playoffs, but they could make a playoff run, and none of us kind of expected. The NFC is wide open this year. The Lions are probably the front runner to win this thing, and it's a really big gap. But over these next couple of weeks, we could start seeing the Rams creep up into that conversation where maybe they are the second best team in the NFC and they could challenge the Detroit Lions. We could pretty much see the Rams versus Lions playoff matchup from last year. Just this time it could be to decide who ends up going to the Super Bowl and going up against the Baltimore Ravens. The Rams right now, I really love how well they're playing. Their pass rush has been pretty good. You got Brandon Fisk, Jared Verse, who have had really good rookie seasons for them. They both came from Florida State. You got a secondary that, it's been up and down, but, they've been getting better. This is a team that overall, I feel really confident that they're going to start taking over the second half of this season, because the first half, they got a little bit hampered by injuries. You had to start backups on the offensive line. It was just an absolute atrocity. Matthew Stafford's getting his back broken in half damn near. And now that you're at full strength, you're fully healthy, Cooper Kupp isn't washed. We know this dude can ball. The problem is that he doesn't stay on the field that much to be able to ball out. But when he is available, he's one of the best receivers in the game. He gets open, creates a lot of separation, reliable hands, great deep threat, great after the catch. Same thing with Puka Nacua. The dude is like a running back at wide receiver. So I love the Rams to not just win this division, but to make a little bit of a run in the playoffs as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Rams going up against the Detroit Lions in a conference championship game, because it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And right now, the Rams look like they're about to run through the finish line and then some, with how well they've looked over these last couple of weeks, with them getting a little bit more healthier as the season has progressed.